Yes, this video is for the ethnikofrones and patriots among us. Again, it's in English. I probably could do this one in Greek, but it's late and I'm lazy. I know for myself, at least, when I read about what our national saviors did during the revolution of the 21st of April 1967, and even the first revolution of 1821, independence, I'm sort of overwhelmed with this appreciation of their sacrifice and their patriotism and just how much they gave to us and how much we lost since both revolutions. And of course, you know my belief that as a civilian we can't, me obviously I really can't because I'm not in Elava and I'm not a citizen, but for citizens, you can't really do anything as civilians, so that's up to the military. But I always said that we should support and love them and show them that we appreciate them. But what else can we do, we could sort of be ethnosauviors on our own, by giving to one another, by sharing with one another, by encouraging one another's dreams and hopes, just a smile to someone who looks sad, or telling a child that their art project was great, or agreeing maybe to take one to a museum and show them about their our history, donating to charity, giving, helping family. All these things are really good for ethnikofrones to do, because part of the word of ethnikofron is phronimos. It means when you're well behaved, when you do good things, you're not a troublemaker. And part of that isn't just, okay, we're not going to go and break apart things and ruin the economy, but I think that while we wait, whether this new revolution comes or not, I think it's important that we unite in the sense of we're all aliens, we should help each other, and appreciate the little things, especially if you live in a village or in a small community. Try to keep the traditions alive. And if you're young like me, I'm 27, try to learn about your area. Elas is very sacred, in religious sense, in a historical sense, and wherever you live, if you live there, I'm sure that your community has some kind of interesting past. Maybe there was a craft that was, or maybe even still is, a part of that place. If you can, you might want to learn it, or even just go to someone who has done it to watch it done. Keep those things alive, because that also helps the hope. When we see our culture and ethnicity around us, when we see that for which we are fighting, the nationalistic tendencies, maybe a store that sells our clothing, or maybe there's someone playing music on the street, instead of all of these foreign influences, I think that it helps to bolster our spirit and say, wait a minute, these are ours, these things are Greek, these things belong to us, and these are the things that we need to preserve, so that if we do have another revolution, it will be easier for us to pick up the slack, so to speak, and help the other people who are not as patriotic as us to learn things. And if we don't have another revolution, then I guess as things progress from bad to worse, we'll at least have something that we can keep in our hearts, because if we completely lose hope of anything and succumb to all of these foreign demands and the changes of society, we won't have anything to preserve, and that's the worst thing. So yeah, just think on these things, if you will, and try your hardest to find the Greekness wherever you are. And if you're unfortunate like me and you're not in Elava, make an effort to read about different regions or the history of the country, to eat various foods, to speak the language, to teach the language if you can, and to keep a part of Alava with you always. That way, she will never die. Yes,